Okay, so we got class starting in just a couple of minutes. Oh no, all the computers are not logged in. It's gonna take me forever to be able to log all these computers in, and I got kids coming in and like 2 minutes. What can I do? Panic. No, don't panic. Think. I need more of me to be able to log in everything and get everything ready. Maybe I've got something over here. Awesome! I am ready to do computer science. Are you?
Our next task in code.org is to learn more about if and else statements, or these ideas of conditionals. If something happens, we want the thing to do something else. We want them to do a different thing. So we're going to practice if and else or conditional statements with the B. It's level 12 right here. We're going to start us off with a video. So go ahead and watch the video. It does a good job of explaining this new kind of block, the if block. And push continue to keep going. So this is what we're going to do. First off, multiple choice question. Go ahead and answer the multiple choice question. I'm not going to because I don't want to give you what the answer is, but put it in there, push A, B, C, or D and say run. You don't actually have to change the code at all, just A, B, C, or D, multiple choice. Take a look at this one. Here we go. So we have a B. That B has to go forward 2 times, go to the right, or turn to the right. And then we have a problem. So what's going to happen is this: as soon as I hit run, this is going to undo itself, like it'll reveal itself, and underneath there might be a flower or there might not be a flower. If there's a flower, then we want to collect nectar from it. But if not, then we're just going to pass over it. And every time that I push the run button, it's going to do something different. Just because there's a flower here on this one does not mean that that will always happen. Oh, look, see, now there were 2 flowers. And if I put it again, there's 1 again, 1 again, nope, 2 again. It changes every time. You won't be able to guess which box to put or to collect nectar from. So that's where we use an if block. The if block says, so we're going to turn to the right, move forward, and if we are at a flower, then we should get the nectar. Now up here it tells me I've got 7 out of 8 blocks to use so far. So what do I need to do now? Actually, I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in a repeat block because I'm going to do it here and I'm going to do it here. I'm going to do this 2 times. If I'm at a flower, get the nectar, then go forward. So right there, it was not at a flower. It didn't collect nectar. It went forward. It was at a flower. It did collect nectar. If else statements or these conditionals are super helpful because they remove a lot of the guesswork. Now, with only 5 blocks, we can collect all of these nectars if they exist. And if not, we can just skip right over them. I'm going to start with a repeat block because I can see I'm going to do an action over and over and over again. What am I going to do? I'm going to do go forward. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 7. And every time I move forward, I want to check, am I at a flower? If I am, then I want to get that nectar. And if not, it'll just keep on going. Let's see what happens. 7 times, it will go forward, nothing, yes, 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 no, yes, no. That would change every time I run it, but it doesn't matter if it's yes or no. It doesn't matter if there's flowers there or not, because my code is going to check it. Now in this one, I know where the flowers are at, but even though I know, like, they're not in any sort of pattern, I can't just use a repeat block, say go forward, get nectar, and forward. Instead, I'm going to do the exact same code that I just did. I want to go forward and check if you're at a flower. If you are, get the nectar. This code works whether we know what's there or whether it's not. It's just keep on doing it until you can't do it anymore. Here it goes. Yes, no, yes, yes. This is great. Push continue. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, now this one's going to take 10 blocks. It might take a couple of steps. Let's start with the first part here. How am I going to get them down there? So it looks like I'm probably going to use a repeat block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take my bee all the way down to the bottom. He's going to go forward, and at each block, I want him to check. If he's at a flower, get it. If not, don't worry about it. Keep going. Looks like the next thing I would do, this works, so I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to have to turn to the left and go forward a couple of times and turn to the left again. And then what I would want to do now up here, it's like, oh, you only got 9 blocks. You're using 9 out of 10. So let's see. I want to do this exact same step. I'm going to go forward, check the flower 6 times to go up this way. Because I should be right here if I did my code right. Turn left, go forward, turn left. How can I just do this with 1 block? Oh, what if I use those nested loops like I learned last time? Let's take all of this and let's put it in a loop. Because it's going to do, I wanted to do the exact same thing, and this part will work right up here. So I'm going to do this 2 times. Go forward 6 times and check. Do a little turn, and this should work. He goes, he goes, he goes, he goes. He goes, he goes, he goes, he goes, and then he's going to do it again. Look at that. Great. Here's our next one. Take a look here. In this one, we are going to also make honey. So we're going to use the exact same kind of blocks. We're going to, let's see, let's have our bee go forward a couple of times. Let's have him turn to the left. Let's have our bee do one of these numbers. If that bee is at the honey, let's have them make honey. And then go to the next block. Let's check that 3 times. Maybe let's do this. No. I don't want to do this. Is this going to work? Let's see. Run. Nothing. 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 And he ran into the wall. Okay, so that didn't quite work. Let me think. Forward, forward, left, and then he's going to forward, left, and then he's going to check. Let's have him check and go forward. What if I did this? And then I go forward and two times. Left. Put all that in the thing. That gonna work? Probably. Let's see. So, all right. Here's another block. This time we've got a video, and it'll have an additional part of that blue block called an else statement. So in an else statement, what I get to do is I get to do one thing or another thing. Let's have my bee go forward here, and then underneath is either going to be a flower or it's going to be honey. If it's at a flower, I want him to get the nectar. And if it's not at a flower, that would mean it'd be at a honeycomb, so I want him to make honey. So I'm going to do these two things. I'm going to go forward, get nectar, make honey. One or the other. When I push run, I get that choice. In this case, it was a flower, so I told it to get the nectar, or get nectar. If it had been honey, it would have done that. A, B, or C, you got to click one of these to be your multiple choice answer. I'm skipping over it though, because I'm the exact same step here, and the exact same step here, and the exact same step here. So I'm going to take all of this, and I am going to repeat myself. So I'm going to nest it in a loop. I'm going to take this, nest that loop, put it in there 4 times. Let's go. Notice how sometimes it was nectar, sometimes it was honey, sometimes there was nothing there at all. Doesn't matter with our code because that code just checks it out. A lot of things happening here, but it's the exact same kind of puzzle we saw last time. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. We're going to go forward and we're going to check. Check to see if you were at a flower. If you're at the flower, get the nectar. If you're at the honeycomb, make the honey. The last one, here we go, number 13. 13, same puzzle, same answer. We know what it is, but there's no pattern to what we are doing. So we've got to simply go forward and check each one. Even though we know what it is, we're going to have the bee check it for us. Get the nectar if you're at the flower. Get the honey if you're at the honey. Run it, and we shall beat this level. If-else statements make decisions in the game. They make computers seem smart. They are really helpful once we get the hang of it. So I hope you get the hang of doing this. Congratulations, you've just used if-else conditionals with your program.